Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you today with another episode of Stone Daz Adventures. We're doing the Mount Larcom climb, which will be, I think, quite fun. I haven't done it yet, so I'm really looking forward to it. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, that opens. And yeah, and it's I don't know if you can see, it's dawn at the moment, which is absolutely beautiful. I love going on dawn hikes. Something about the nature in the morning is just, it's so vibrant in the mornings in comparison to, you know, in the middle of the day when it's more hot and stuff like that. Oh, but no, it's an awesome place, Mount Larcom. It's just outside of Gladstone, and I've been looking to do this hike for about a year now. It's just enough off the beaten track that I haven't really come here too much, but I've driven past it a lot, which is, yeah, because I just think like it's just a nice, beautiful little like sort of set of mountains, and there's lovely bushland around it. So yeah, but yeah, so I wanted to talk about today was a bit around spirituality and like just understanding like meaning in more depth, and really getting into understanding. Oh, there's an awesome kangaroo over there if you can see it. I actually, as a side note, I was out hiking yesterday and I was sort of just hiking and singing, and I was like, I looked up and this little like wallaby kangaroo, like I don't know what breed it was, I hadn't seen it before, but it was really, really nice. It must be a little wallaby. But yeah, I looked up and it was like right there, like 5 meters away, just looking at me, wondering what I was doing. And I sort of just calmly kept walking towards it slowly, and it sort of moves a bit off the path, and then sort of just sat there like 2 or 3 meters away from me and just watched me. And that's one of the funniest things when you're around animals. If you're calm, you know, and you're in a positive state of mind, generally they're quite calm as well, which is really funny, because most people don't know how to be calm on the inside with like your inner emotional states, and that's what animals can pick up on, is like emotional instability. And it's funny because like I never have bad experiences with animals because I'm always so calm around them and always so chill. Like, yeah. But it was pretty funny because I always have a chat to the, like any animals that I pass, just to see like what their response is to having a conversation, you know, to having someone talk at them. And usually they look at you and try and understand what you're doing and if you're going to try and attack them. But when they realize that you're not really concerned with them, what typically happens is, you know, they'll sort of just watch you and they won't really worry about you. Yeah. But that's a little bit of a side note. I just thought it was pretty funny little experience. And yeah, so back onto it. Yeah, we'll just be talking about, I can't overly remember, but like just to go on that, that story about the kangaroo. Sorry. Like that's one of the things you got to realize is whenever we're in nature, like we're giving off so many different forms of sort of like communication and body language, our tonalities, but also on energetic frequencies that like we can integrate into or integrate with other animals to be more, I guess, sort of like how native cultures lived more like on the land in the ecosystem, and they didn't seek to control the ecosystem, but they seek to be a part of it. And that's sort of one of the like true meanings of life, is this understanding of being a part of, not trying to control. Because there's a big difference with our sorry, it's a bit steep here. It's a different frame of thinking in the context of when we see ourselves as controlling the environment, we will always see ourselves as superior to those in the environment. Whereas when we see ourselves as being a part of the environment, we see ourselves being in unison with everything in the environment. So understanding that train of thought allows us to better and more deeply, this is killing me, and more deeply, sorry, there's just 1,000 things touching me simultaneously, and it's hard to focus on it. Long pants would have been a good idea. No, it's a pretty chill path, but it's just with the because there's so many different things, so you got to look out for different threats and stuff like that. And you just pretty much hope that LG, life is good, and you get through unscathed. Because it's like probably like waist high grass, stuff like that. And you know, we're talking, you know, I think it's like 5 out of the 7 most deadly spiders are in Australia, and like 7 out of the 10 most deadly snakes, or something like that. But if you can see how absolutely beautiful is that, that's the awesome thing, is, woo, slippery rocks. That's the awesome thing, is that, like, if you can stay calm when you feel uncomfortable, you're able to push through fear and discomfort, or like like self-eluded discomfort, because you're creating the illusion of discomfort, you know what I mean, through like fears and stuff like that. And the only way that I've found, and that anyone else has found, to break through fears is to expose yourself to them. It doesn't mean that you have to, you know, do, you know, the maximum discomfort. And if you have a fear of spiders, go and lay in a bath of spiders. No. But what you do have to do is you have to expose yourself to the environments that cause you that feeling of fear or discomfort, and sort of push yourself through them. Because the only way to overcome is to go through and break that perceived thought, or that perceived belief. And what you find, just like I found, just like many other people found, is that when you push through and you're in that environment that was, you son of a bitch, spider web, and you're in that environment that was like uncomfortable, like for me now, like this is just uncomfortable because like there's so many different areas to look, to sort of, you know, clear, so that I can feel comfortable that like I've checked everywhere. Just so you don't, because the key thing is you got to watch out for snakes. It's not that the snakes are going to try and attack you, but you may accidentally stand on them. So you got to be really aware of like the placement of your steps and things like that. And yeah, no, but it's absolutely gorgeous here. And the best part is because so few people sort of come out and all of that, it's very, very peaceful. Like it's only sort of you out here, or me at this moment, you know. While there are other people out here, I think it's sort of like, whew, it's pretty much just me here. But yeah, but it's also, it's liberating to do what you perceive as being difficult, and realize that it's not actually difficult. The difficulty was a limitation in your mind. Ooh, sorry, had to jump that log. Oh, but no, it's absolutely gorgeous out here. And that's one of the funny things, is that like we can live in a hostile environment or a positive environment. like it's all in the frame of your mind and the context and sort of what you think about. And this is the key in life, is understanding the different positions and frames of our mind, because this is what creates meaning in life. How we view things and how we think of it, and the meaning that we put to it. So like, it becomes important to understand that when giving meaning to life, or when, you know, assigning meaning to anything that we do in life, or even just assigning the perspective that we see, you know, the rose-colored glasses that we see through, you know, this can dramatically increase or decrease how we feel about ourselves in the situation, and how we feel about, you know, how things went. So it can dramatically put us in a positive or a negative frame of mind. And what we got to understand is that in a negative frame of mind, right, what's going to happen is we slide into a disempowered state. In a disempowered state, we make worse decisions because we look at limited information. Because when we're in a disempowered state, we're not feeling confident. So we second guess all the information that's presented to us. And what that does is, it means that we waste time double and triple checking information that could have been done once. So it means we're restricted as to how much information we can take in, because we're having to do 2 to 3 times the amount of work. Whereas if we can get into an empowered state, what happens is we feel so much more confident in our decisions and our ability to make decisions that what happens is we're able to recall greater information with higher accuracy. There's a couple of other factors that go into play in this, but it's pretty much when we put ourselves into high stress states where we're, you know, feeling disempowered or unconfident, what will tend to happen is we utilize more energy in negative self-talk and negative beliefs and negative emotions, which causes us to become more exhausted at a more rapid rate, but also to do less, because we're trying to solve the problem than stressing about the problem and the solutions that we have. So there's a lot of wasted energy. Whereas when we're in an empowered state of mind, what happens is we are confident in our decision, and we're confident in our ability to make a decision, so we're able to recall better information, and we're able to make decisions quicker and easier because there's less decision making that has to go into it, because we're able to find the answers or the solutions to the problems in the information that's presented. So what we got to understand simply is one of those state of minds is a stressed state of mind, and the other is an inspired state of mind. So inspiration is always the best fuel because it's the most efficient way. It's the most efficient fuel. So like, for example, if you're trying to achieve something in life, yeah, you can use the fear of failure and the fear of what other people will say and the fear of never being enough to fuel you to success. But you're gonna burn so much more like energy that way and get lower results than if you were just inspired to how far you could go, to who you could become, to becoming and living the life, you know, becoming that person you dreamed of being, living that life you've always dreamed of, you know, whatever that means for you. And the key is we've really got to understand the aspect of what it means for you. So everyone is unique, but only you understand and know what means something to you in life. So the problem is, to fit in, many of us shape and shift our beliefs and desires to be a part of the group, when in fact what makes us truly happy in life is being our individual self and feeling good about it. So like, we got to understand that, you know. How good is this? Look at that. So what we got to understand is that, like, trying to portray someone else's vision and like basically live it out in our lifetime is the wrong